How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys the 95 overall postseason version of Jimmie Foxx debut. He is going to be behind the plate in this one. His primary position is first base, but he does play secondary position at catcher, so I'm going to put him at catcher. That way I can use Pablo Sanchez as a gold player at shortstop. I'm working towards unlocking the diamond shortstop over there. I just need to do 150 innings online with this gold shortstop and I'll have him. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this Jimmie Foxx some gameplay. I really was excited to pick this card up. I was hoping that he would get a signature series card for the 4th inning program, but that was confirmed that he probably won't because he does have that 95 overall postseason version, which is definitely a solid card. I'm excited for the signature series version, but until then I'll use the 95. I picked him up for about 48,000 stubs, and he's a solid catcher for that price. I mean, I figure that the blocking is the one thing that is his downside. He does have 58 blocking, and I will be testing it out, throwing some pitches in the dirt, hopefully with no guys on base, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully he's all right behind the plate there on guys trying to steal. But there, Wade Boggs is sending a double, a pitch up and away. He hit a double. I was able to get out of the inning. He didn't score any runs. And to start off this game with Tony Gwynn, I'm ripping a double into the gap. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to 3 because he does have an outfield with very strong arms out there. I thought Jim Edmonds was going to pick that ball up in center field, but it was Christian Yelich who did field that one. I might have been able to get to 3rd, but I didn't want to risk it. Then on the slider, I struck out there with Ricky Henderson. The opponent threw a slider that was over the middle of the plate a couple pitches before, and I missed it, and that was really the pitch I needed to take advantage of, and he got me to chase a little bit. Now I have Roberto Alomar up at the plate, and that was a pitch that I should have crushed. It was a fastball up and away. I hit it well, but I didn't get the barrel of the bat to it. I kind of hit it off the end of the bat, but I was able to move him over to 3rd base, even though there are 2 outs. Square one up with Frank Thomas. Once again, a little bit early, off the end of the bat again, and hit it to left field. But 2nd inning, I'm looking to settle down with Greinke. I give up a little bit of a late jammed hit there. Mookie Betts is a very good hitter in this game, and he does have that fastball quirk, so you can kind of miss with the PCI a little bit and not have as much of a penalty and still get rewarded on the base hit. But here with Jimmie Foxx, he was able to field that one. I mean, ball in the dirt, he blocked it well and came up firing. I threw it to first base. That honestly seemed a little bit better than what my creative player had been doing. That animation right there, if I can get that consistently from Jimmie Foxx, then I think this card will be pretty good. But with the slider up in the zone, I was trying to get that in off the plate. Jim Edmonds rips it up the middle for a base hit. The opponent kind of got a rally started. He has Mike Piazza up with 1 out in the inning. I can tell this opponent was a pretty good player. I mean, he's definitely on the baseball. He was hitting well. He was tough to pitch to so far throughout this one, even though we're only through 2 innings. But here's Jimmie Foxx's debut. I barreled that one up. It was a slider up in the zone. I thought I barreled it up, but the PCI was slightly under it into the left. I got it kind of off the end of the bat once again. I hit many balls like that in a row where I just wasn't getting off the sweet spot of the bat for the higher exit velocity. But there, another ball in the dirt. I got the throwing meter on the drop third strike there facing the pitcher. So that was cool to see. I had been struggling getting the throwing meter quite often with my creative player. I don't really know what that is. I know that SDS recently patched the game at 1.12, and this game was played before the patch. So that patch was deployed yesterday, and I played this game last night as well, just before the patch was released. So I wanted to try and play a game beforehand and also get this Jimmie Foxx debut, so that way I can kind of compare to the next patch as well. So anyway, later in this game, Tony Gwynn's going to send one into the gap after Greinke knocked a base hit through the 5-hole there, just past the 3rd baseman. And I got kind of messed up on the base paths once again. That's been happening quite a bit for me. My runners just seem to take off for the next base. If I press L1 or tap it and accidentally tap it twice or something, then they just take off for the next base. I don't really know what that is, and I might have to change my settings when it comes to base running, because I can't be giving up easy outs like that, or potential outs in that situation. But here is the gold shortstop creative player. I do have diamond fielding on him. He does have like 93 fielding, 92, 93 fielding with 90-something arm strength. I was unable to get that double play on Rogers Hornsby, and Mookie Betts makes me pay for that right there. A hanging curveball low in the zone. I wanted it below the zone, like this one right here, and the opponent still went down and got that one with Mike Piazza, but he definitely hit that one out with Mookie Betts, and that was definitely a good swing. I mean, squared up contact. What a hit from the opponent. Here with Jimmie Foxx in his 2nd at-bat, he is going to knock a bloop hit to right field. That's going to allow Wade Boggs to get to 3rd base. I had a single with him through the 4-hole, just a nice hard ground ball single. Now we have Pablo Sanchez up, who is a nice contact hitter now, and he sends that one to the right field. Line drive to right field, and that's going to allow Jimmie Foxx to push it for third base, and he gets thrown out. That was a huge play. I was trying to get 66 speed to third base and get the guy in scoring position, but I probably shouldn't have done that because I had Zach Greinke coming up, who's a really good hitter for me, hitting over 300, and he sends one into the gap. That would have been another run, and I also got out with Ichiro, the batter before that, and I would have had a chance to score Jimmie Foxx. If I was able to get him to third, even at second, he probably would have been better off. But Tony Gwynn is sending one to the outfield. I feel like I got that one. It could have easily been a home run if I was slightly more under it, but I hit it to the wall, and Mookie Betts tracks it down with 99 fielding. But Ricky Henderson's going to track this one down. I mean, the opponent also had a well-hit ball with Roberto Alomar into the gap, and Ricky Henderson tracks that one down with 99 speed, 96 reaction. He's definitely a solid outfielder. And this opponent's Wade Boggs, I could not keep him off the board. He had multiple base hits against me so far in this game, including that double earlier into the gap. Luckily, he didn't score any runs off of it. But now he's bringing up the heavy hitters. Rogers Hornsby, he already hit a home run with Mookie Betts in this game. A nice play from the creative player there, trying to get this double play, and he beats it out. He beats it out right there with 81 speed, just barely. Roberto Alomar, definitely a nice fielder over there, but not enough arm strength on that one to turn it. But what a play from the creative player to even get the out. I don't know if Jose Reyes or Lindor would have made that play. I'm looking to get the diamond creative player at shortstop because then he'll have 99 speed, and that will just increase his fielding ability with his high reaction and high fielding. The card's going to be a 5-tool player. He should have in the 70s power. I'm excited to see how I can make that creative player. But this is a crucial situation in the game. I mean, 2 outs. Jimmie Foxx is going to doesn't get the throwing meter, and somehow cancels his throw. I mean, I never had really any trouble with throw canceling in years past. I don't know if that's the setting. But the very next batter, Jim Edmonds, sends it into the gap, and now we have a tie game. On a pitch that, he fouled one off that was in like the other batter's box with Mookie Betts. And I was trying to get the strikeout there. I wasn't able to get the strikeout. Then later in the inning, same type of thing. Fouls multiple pitches off, low in the zone with Jim Edmonds, and then hits that double to tie it up. All because I couldn't throw the ball to first base with Jimmie Foxx. It's unfortunate, but it's a part of this game. And hopefully that's included with the patches. That they fixed that catcher meter, and the problem with that, I know a lot of other people are having the same problem with drop third strikes. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But this opponent was definitely being aggressive. He was going with the hit and run with multiple guys on base, and Mike Piazza and 35 speed was stealing, and I was able to double him up there on that hard line drive. But this opponent was definitely a great hitter, man. I mean, he was hitting the ball well, squared that one up with Rogers Hornsby. I was unable to get anything going in my half of the inning. But, I mean, just trying to keep the game tied, 4-4. I have Raleigh Fingers in the game. He brought in Vlad Sr. off the bench, and that is going to be a bloop hit. Another jam base hit, but that's Vlad. I mean, he has high vision, high contact, and that's the way he hits the ball. I mean, nice opposite field base hit there, and that brings up Jim Edmonds after I walked Mookie Betts. I didn't want to have any part of Mookie Betts in that situation. If I could have gotten to Chase, I would have liked that, but I didn't want to give up a big base hit. Luckily, I was able to get the sac fly there and keep it at a 1-run game. Then he gets another hit down the line. Wade Boggs unable to make the play. So he does score that huge, crucial insurance run, making it a 2-run ball game. That's going to put it in the bottom of the 8th inning. He has Aroldis Chapman in the game. I squared that one up with Alomar. That's going to be a great leadoff double to start this inning. I need to at least cut the lead in half. I need to somehow get a productive inning right here and get at least 1 run, maybe 2. I have Frank Thomas up at the plate, an 0-2 count. He throws a high changeup, and I somehow got on top of it. I thought it was a fastball, and that was definitely an effective pitch. I mean, I ripped it right to Rogers Hornsby, unable to get the job done there. And I was able to move him over with Gwynn. I hit it to the second baseman. I wasn't able to get the job done, though, and score that run. So now it's 6-4 still with the guy on third base, 2 outs with Jimmie Foxx up at the plate. And I hit that one well, but it was a little bit late. I hit it out to right field. It was an up-and-in fastball. A great pitch there from the opponent, and he was able to get out of the jam there. And now this is it. I'm looking to make this comeback, at least tie up the game, and send it into extra innings. Pablo Sanchez starts it off with a base hit there. Solid contact and solid switch hitter right there. I mean, he's only going to get better as I get the diamond one. Ichiro's also ripping a base hit. That's going to be able to advance me to third base. So we have first and third with nobody out, and I like the situation. I mean, one swing of the bat wins the game. I have Kenny Lofton in versus Rob Nen. Went to a slide step, and I swung at that one. It was a fastball, low and inside. I got under it. That is going to allow me to score a run, and if I would have been able to score in the last inning, then we might have ourselves a tie ball game here. But anyway, it's 2 down in the bottom of the ninth, down to my last out. Ricky Henderson hits one into the hole, and he gets a bad animation, and I didn't realize that Ichiro was going home. I didn't even try to send him home. He gets gunned down at the plate, and I took the loss there. A horrible way to lose the game. I had a chance to walk it off with that infield base hit. I had Roberto Alomar coming up with guys on first and third, but I ran myself out of the inning on accident, and it just happens, man. I wasn't paying attention, and it was a crucial play. I mean, that late in the game, it sucks to lose like that, but it happens. Oh well. I'll get into this next one here. This will be the second game with Jimmie Foxx. I was getting something going, and right there was Roberto Alomar hitting one into the gap. If I was able to do that in the last game and not get thrown out, that would have probably won the game. But there with Frank Thomas, I hit a line drive sac fly. I squared that one up right to Willie Mays, and luckily I was able to score the run. I thought it was going to be a close play at the plate. But here, Jimmie Foxx gunning out Ricky Henderson. I mean, he started off the game with the hit, gunned down Ricky Henderson right there, 99 speed on a 12-6 curve, slide step from Verlander. And this game actually ended in a friendly quit. There was some lag in the game. There was a network error, and it just sent me back to the main menu and ended in a friendly quit. But I wanted to include this last play in here. He hits it to right field, and I think on his screen, my right fielder missed it. And he rounds all the way to third base, and I tagged him out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I think Jimmie Foxx is a great card. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.